So today has been an exciting day. I've been on multiple back to back calls with different companies and facilities and locations where I'm going to be doing speaking events for them coming up. But one in particular, I am super excited about. Most of the time, when I do speaking events, I'm talking directly to the family caregiver, directly to somebody like you, the person in the home caring for their loved one day after day. But in this presentation coming up, I'm actually going to be talking to the owners of care facility. Many of them own assisted living facilities, and the majority of their clients are people with dementia. And so this is my opportunity to share with owners of care facilities how to make their facilities better, how to serve the people with dementia better and care for the caregivers better. So, do you want to help me do this? If you, I'll share what I'm doing. Basically, on Tuesday, every Tuesday, I usually email my email list. I'm going to be including a link to a form that you could fill out and contribute your own thoughts and ideas on what you wish care facilities offered. What do you wish they did more of? What do you wish they did less of? What are you super frustrated about in care facilities right now in general? What's important to you when you're looking for a care facility? So, right now, we have people who own care facilities, then they hire the care staff to do the care. We know that most of them don't have any dementia training at all or very, very little. And then it's like everybody is confused about why the person with dementia is struggling, the staff is struggling, and they keep calling on the family member for the family member to help when the family member put their loved one in the facility because they needed help. And so, my dream and my wish is to make this better for everybody. I think that the care facilities, the owners of those care facility, the people with dementia, and the family members can all come together as one big team. Right now, it feels like everybody is a little bit against each other. I don't know if that's your feeling, but that's certainly my feeling. And I've been on both sides. I've been a worker in a care facility, and I've been an actual family member with a loved one in a care facility. And I talk with all of you every day about what you're experiencing and going through with loved ones in a care facility. And there is this sense of, oh, the families are just getting in the way, or here she comes again with another complaint, or why doesn't he just leave us alone? It's like that. Like I always felt when my dad was in the facility, I was bothering the staff when I was asking a question. And I know that, it goes both ways. And so, if you would like to have the opportunity to shape care facilities of the future, so basically, I'm going to be showing them and teaching them and letting them know how they can become better care facilities, then what you want to do is make sure you're on my email list because on Tuesday, I'm sending the email and you can click on the link and join. So, right now, I'm working on the form. Some of the questions I have are, if your loved one is in a facility, what do you wish the care staff would do more of? How did you start your search to even find a care facility? Like, where did you even start? For me, I started with a social worker who put me in the right direction. Have you ever worked with a placement agent? What would make you super comfortable in putting your loved one in a care facility? Like, what's super important to you when it comes to putting your loved one in a care facility? What are you looking for? What do you wish the care facility would do less of? Um, how much do you feel the care staff values your input as a family member? Do you feel like they see you as an integral member of their team, or do you feel like they're kind of just like pushing you away? I've got this. Let us take care of it. Um, how many care facilities did you look at before choosing the one you did? I personally, when it came to my dad, looked at when it came to short-term rehab, it was 3 care facilities in person I looked at, and when it came to assisted living facilities, how many did I look at? 1, 2, 3, 4, 4, maybe 5? What's the most important factor for you to consider when you're looking for care facilities? So, yes, exactly. SL says, may everyone become better informed about all types of dementia, not just Alzheimer's. Yes, I feel very strongly about this too. Sometimes I'm like, I get frustrated. All the attention goes to Alzheimer's disease, and it makes sense. It's the most popular kind, like meaning the majority of people who have dementia have Alzheimer's disease, but not everybody. And so there's vascular dementia, Lewy body dementia, frontotemporal dementia, dementia due to Parkinson's disease, dementia due to head injury, a TBI, alcohol related dementia, so many different types of dementia. And so when people only are familiar with Alzheimer's disease, they're thinking they're going to be caring for somebody with memory impairment. Well, you don't have to have memory impairment to have dementia. Some of these other dementias might not have memory impairment in the beginning, and so staff might be confused. They might, you know, not really feel like the person with dementia knows what they're saying or even paying attention to what the person with dementia is saying. And I think that's a big issue because just because somebody has dementia doesn't mean they can't participate in their care, doesn't mean that everything they say is false or not important. So I love all of this, but this is my big opportunity to talk to. So like when we think about when we're trying to make care homes better, we're often focused on the people doing the care in the homes, which is important. We want those people to have adequate dementia training, ongoing training, not just like, here's a video series to watch on orientation, which is pretty much what most of them only get. And that's on the good ones. Most of them don't get anything like that. So I'm hoping all of this will change. But when we think about it, we're usually thinking about the person doing direct hands on care. This would be like the nurses or the nurses' aides. But I'm in a room of the people who own those facilities, the people who have the decision making power, the people who have the ability to make big, much needed change. And so here's a question for you. If you could be in a room with this type of audience, knowing who they are and that this can change the way we know and the how dementia care facilities are, what would you want those people to know? What would you want those owners of those care facilities to know that you think would make a difference in the care your loved one would receive? Whether you have a loved one in a facility or not, you might eventually. What is it that you wish those homeowners knew? That you wish they understood? Because I see a future where we all come together on the same page. We all have the same goal. Think about it. The owner of the facility, the direct care staff, you as the caregiver, your whole goal is to care for this one person with dementia. So why are we all on different teams and feeling like we all have different objectives? If we were all to come together and say, listen, my main goal is to make sure that this person with dementia has the best quality of life. What can I do to show you that's what we're doing here? Are we going to get it right all the time? No. Are we going to make mistakes? Yes. Will it take some time to learn what works best for your loved one? Yes. The same is true for you. Will you know what to do all the time? No. Will you make mistakes from time to time? Yes. Will you have to experiment and be creative and see what works best for your loved one? Yes. So there's so much similarity here. Why aren't we working as a team together on this? Um, Yes. Yes, I agree with you, SL. Check regularly for UTI infections in men and women. Yes. Okay. So that's what's on my mind today. If you are not on my email list, but you want to receive the form that you can fill out, what you can do is you can actually go to the link that I'm putting in the chat. It will sign you up for my Careblazers survival guide. It's over 60 pages of resources, tips, information, a lot of my best stuff, and it's totally free for you. But when you download it, it asks for your email address. So then that's a way that you get on my email address. And then on Tuesday morning, check your email, because if you want to contribute and give your thoughts on what I will be sharing, like I'm going to be sharing, 67% of dementia caregivers wish this. And at the end, I'll also share all the results with all of you. So everybody who contributed to the form, I will compile all the responses together and then share with you what everybody shared. And together we can make dementia care better. Because like most things in the world, sitting back and waiting for somebody else to make the big change usually never happens. We actually have to be a part of making that change. And this is one of the ways that we can make that happen. So I'm very excited. Um, That's what I have for you today on this Thursday. It feels like a Friday. I don't know why. It's very dreary here. It's raining in Phoenix, Arizona. It's very unusual. It's been a rainy week. Um, and I think the rain is making me a little tired. So I'm going to get back to work here and working on this form and adding more questions. If you have any questions you would love for me to add to this form, or you really, really hope somehow I'm able to convey to care facility staff, leave it here in a comment or put it in the form when you get it on Tuesday morning in your email. All right, Careblazers, that is what I have for you. I hope you're all well. Um, Church. What do you mean, Nancy? Are you saying you wish care facilities had church, or took their members to church, or somehow incorporated church service? I could see that. That's nice. I can add that to the list of what people want. I think what I'll do when I ask questions like that is leave it open ended and then get everybody's input and then start to group the ones that are closest together. Okay. Careblazers, have a great weekend. Sending you so much love.